And if my assessment is correct, and they probably will happen, then we need to say, what are we going to do about it?
The dispute between China and Taiwan is increasingly becoming like the one between Ukraine and Russia. Without a doubt, the protracted struggle has developed into World War III. Nearly. What would happen if another communist nation like China attacked Taiwan suddenly? Elon Musk, a titan in the world of technology who assisted Ukraine in preparing for war, has pledged to protect Taiwan in the same way he protected Ukraine. But what specific steps would he take to carry it out? What are the United States government's official remarks on the matter? Welcome to the Tesla News Hangout. Today, we will discuss how Elon Musk has prepared Taiwan to defend itself against invasion by China. We will also discuss Elon Musk's tactics to stop the attack. So, let's get started. Now, to avoid sending misinformation, the United States did not provide a clear response when asked how far it was willing to assist the island when put in such a position. According to insiders within the White House, President Joe Biden did not want to convey the impression that the White House had issued an official statement to the media. Following the Taiwan Relations Act, the United States is obligated to continue supplying Taiwan with the military resources it requires to maintain its independence. Elon Musk's responses, on the other hand, went farther than just confirming that the United States would give armament to Taiwan, since the situation was likened to what he had done with Ukraine. Since most of you are aware of the Russian-Ukraine conflict, if Elon Musk were to offer his support, it would repeat what took place in Ukraine. If an attack was launched on one of the other members of NATO, he assured people that the United States and Japan would be ready to respond to such an attack. In contrast to Japan, South Korea, and other US NATO allies, Taiwan has never received the same security assurances from the United States. One question remains: do you think that China can successfully invade Taiwan given the struggles Russia has had with Ukraine? Xi Jinping, the current leader of China, has adopted a more aggressive stance toward the island than his predecessors. The invasion of Ukraine by Russia has made it more critical for the United States government in Washington to evaluate Taiwan's military potential so that it may be certain of its capacity to protect itself in Asia. In any event, Russia's complete incapacity to grab control of the entire country, in conjunction with the concerted response of Western nations, may serve as a cautionary tale against engaging in reckless military activity. According to the Defense Ministry of Taiwan, there were 14 Chinese aircraft present in Taiwan's air defense zone over the previous week. Despite Taiwan calling for the deployment of its fighter jets in response, there was no chance of making direct contact with the aircraft. According to the Ministry of National Defense, it is anticipated that Taiwan will continue to improve its military capabilities and further its collaboration with the United States. The Chinese government has frequently criticized Biden's views regarding China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. In light of all that has transpired, it is impossible to reach an agreement. Deputy Foreign Minister Wang Wen said that nobody should underestimate China's resolve to protect itself. An hour before President Joe Biden delivered his speech, he formally revealed a 13-nation alliance designed to oppose China's dominance in the Indo-Pacific area. President Biden sidestepped the question of the potential repercussions that may result from a military presence on Taiwan when he was questioned about it. He was concerned that another crisis similar to Ukraine's might erupt over Taiwan. He stated that any attempt to change the status quo unilaterally by force, such as Russia's activities against Ukraine, should never be recognized in the Indo-Pacific region. Such an endeavor should be considered unacceptable. Despite this, he maintained his standard stance and insisted that the United States of America and Japan's policy on the island had not changed. Is this a call for Japan to join in and assist Taiwan? Due to the statement made by Joe Biden, Japan is now in a difficult position, as Taiwan is only 105 kilometers away. Because Honshu is Japan's most populous island in the West, becoming embroiled in a war with China, which has been trying to avoid fighting since World War II, would be a terrible idea for Japan. What else is the Taiwan government doing to protect itself against a military invasion? Elon Musk is also looking into plans to buy weapons with the Taiwan government to target missile launch locations in enemy territory and strategies to conduct further drills with US forces as part of the increased military budget that Taiwan government is allocating. When determining whether or not to invade Taiwan, Chinese military planners have to consider the prospect of going to war with Japan. Do you think that Joe Biden will be able to protect Taiwan from China's unrelenting assault? Well, let me tell you that if this situation worsens, it might result in a conflict between the United States and China. To put it another way, both China and the United States have not ruled out the possibility of employing the use of force to maintain peace in Taiwan. There is a possibility that China may invade, but analysts disagree on whether or not it will happen soon and how plausible it is. Other experts say that China will be more cautious after seeing Russia's difficulties because of Russia's activities. Yet, other experts fear that Russia's actions could lead China to attack Taiwan soon. Can Taiwan successfully defend itself on its own? According to analysts' opinions, it is highly improbable that Taiwan would be able to successfully defend itself against an assault launched by China on its own. Even though the United States has emphasized increasing Taiwan's defense spending to over $17 billion by 2023, it is expected that China's spending on defense will be almost 23 times that of Taiwan. The legislature of Taiwan reached a consensus in 2022 to raise expenditure on the military by $8.6 billion over the subsequent 5 years. To bolster Taiwan's coastal defense, additional funding will be put into procuring cruise missiles, mines, and cutting-edge monitoring equipment. Since Tsai was elected president of Taiwan in 2016, China's use of coercive tactics that fall short of armed conflict has progressively grown. China has increased the number of bombers, fighters, and surveillance flights that the People's Liberation Army conducts over Taiwan. It has been sending an increasing number of warships and aircraft carriers across the Taiwan Strait to demonstrate its military prowess. China has also employed methods that do not involve military force to pressure Taiwan. According to findings, Taiwanese government organizations are subjected to daily cyber attacks from China. There has been a significant rise in this kind's total number of instances in the most recent few years. According to sources from 2020, Taipei has accused 4 Chinese companies of hacking into at least 10 Taiwanese government institutions and more than 6,000 official email accounts between 2018 and 2019. As expected, since Musk has expertise in this sector, he now seeks to tighten Taiwan's cyber defense strategies. If you are now thinking that is too much, that's not where it stops. The Chinese government has also pressured multinational corporations such as airlines and hotel chains to acknowledge Taiwan as one of China's provinces. In addition, China has threatened other countries with ties to Taiwan, such as Lithuania, for planning to open a Taiwanese representative office in the capital of Lithuania in 2021, even though China has cut off trade with Taiwan. Will Musk's network, Starlink, be useful for Taiwan? For those who may not be aware, it is believed that the Ukrainian military was able to monitor and coordinate drones thanks to Starlink satellites. This enabled soldiers to fire anti-tank weapons with amazing precision and pinpoint targets for artillery assaults. The data from the system was exploited by Ukrainian shore-based missile batteries, which ultimately destroyed the Russian cruiser Moskva. China has almost certainly been paying close attention to Ukraine's current situation to prepare for any potential conflicts with Taiwan. Elon Musk might employ Starlink to defend the island if China were to attack Taiwan. According to official Chinese researchers, Elon Musk's SpaceX's Starlink satellite internet constellation might have military applications and threaten China's national security. As a result, the Chinese government advocates developing anti-satellite weapons to counteract this threat. According to the team, China ought to vigorously construct counters to Starlink's capabilities. China requires the development of new anti-satellite weaponry due to the tremendous volume and level of complexity of Starlink. Ren said that satellites might be launched with military payloads. As a result, China will need to improve its space surveillance systems to get high-resolution photos of the satellites if they exhibit any peculiar characteristics. In addition to imaging using ground-based optical and radar technology, China should develop the capability to intercept individual Starlink satellite broadcasts. Because Starlink constitutes a decentralized system, anti-satellite missiles would not be able to bring down the satellites that make up the constellation. It is not just one satellite that is at issue here. Instead, the whole constellation is a problem. Do you think China will risk invading Taiwan in light of Ukraine's support from the USA? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel Tesla News Hangout, where we talk about Tesla and electric vehicles. While you're at it, hit the bell so you never miss any of our videos, as more exciting ones like this are on the way. I'll see you at the next one.